Hello everyone, this is RichardG.
Hey everybody, this is Shiny Zekrom and welcome back to another video. Why don't you go through what we're doing today, Rich?
We're doing a collab for a dungeon known as Friendship Forest.
Alright, you ready to head off?
Yep.
So this is just basically a simple little, you go east for a while, basically to around Island Garden, and there is one other path you can go to. You want to explain that one?
Yeah, you could just go through towards Gritty Hollow, however this path is longer and you would need cut to make it.
Yep.
You'll see it.
Yeah. So at the entrance to Friendship Forest, I will mention now there is a storage and an assembly in case you need it. But of course, our HM slaves are kind of out, we do need, I don't know, that rock climb HM we've gotten recently.
And that's part of the reason we did Tannern Mines.
Yep. So before we go in, would you like to mention what we are going to be using for this video?
Well, we will be using our Pokemon, of course, probably one in particular, so just because of the gimmick here.
And then what else are we going to be using? Hint, hint, that map.
Right, because as it's in a link in the description, I think for both of us, right?
Yep.
Yep, we're both putting in the description because we are doing a map, and the map basically follows a pattern for each floor. You want to explain the map?
Yeah, so the maps we're using are going to be basically the switch and the cutters and locked doors and whatever we could. It just makes it a hell of a lot easier to communicate, pretty much.
Definitely. I mean, this is Friendship Forest, and you need good communication in order to get through this place, especially later on.
Especially there is something kind of very important at the end that will ultimately help you in your recruiting. So, are you ready to head in?
Yep, I'm all set.
I think I should have enough apples to go, so let's head in.
Yep.
So, as a little preemptive thing, you are going to be set back to level 15 on all of your Pokemon, which, you want to explain why it's going to be a good thing to train in here?
Basically, later on, starting on 3F, there's some high-level recruits. When I say high level, I mean you have to be high enough level in order to have a chance at recruiting them.
What was it, about 25 or so?
Yeah, 25, I believe, is the same for a couple of them.
Yeah. So right here, what we're kind of doing is one has to go east, one goes west, or one can go both ways, but you have to eventually separate once we get the east and west keys at the end of this. Now, as you kind of see, if you defeat everything as you're running through, you will get levels pretty quickly. Like our test run, we got 2 levels before we even hit the main part.
Right.
All right, so
And this part here is a good training spot because of everything that's spawning. And what's important is these 2 keys.
you want to explain these keys?
We have the east key, which I just picked up, and you will be picking up the west key. We need these keys in order to move on to 3. Well, I guess this is 3, but move on to the next floor, basically, of another spot.
Yep.
B, yeah, the B floor.
Mm-hmm. So right here, this is where the switches start. You're going to need 2 people to go the opposite ways, one the east, one the west. So I'll hit, as an example right now, if I hit this switch, it's going to open up Rich's door, and he goes through his door while he hits my switch, and I go through my door.
And
You
we're just
bas
going to keep doing this throughout this dungeon, pretty much.
Yeah, and see right there, we already hit level 17 just by, killing the things in the rooms and the respawns and everything.
Yep.
So I think that's your switch, right?
Yep, and I hit yours, so you can run through.
Alright, I got through. I believe this is yours.
Yep, that was. And then, oh,
After
look at
you
that.
level up.
Azuriel wanted to actually join too, there, so.
Yeah,
That
so,
should be yours,
nope, I
right?
think it
Oh,
was,
other one.
yep,
Right,
that
because
one.
there's 2 of them. Okay.
Yeah,
One
just be,
goes for the first part, and then we go backwards, because we are going backwards from that room right now.
yeah, because basically where we're going is we're heading back to the room that we started this place in, because that's where we're using the east and west keys. So you ready to go?
Yep.
So you're going to hear a lot of this when we do things. 3, 2, 1, and go. And then you pretty much just run through and, yeah. So that's
We should be
why,
upstairs. Right.
yeah.
Yep.
So this is why it makes communicating a lot easier. So you can just, instead of having to type out like 3, 2, 1, and somebody could say like, oh no, wait, right on like a Skype call or something. It just makes it generally a lot easier to be able to
Yep.
communicate.
Now, if you do want to hit level 25 in order to get the later recruits, you can just go right back to 2F and then 3F to hit that room again. You can just keep doing it as many times as you want, as long as you've got supplies with you to do it.
Yeah, which I think, as we both kind of know, we're mainly just trying to complete the place, so we are not exactly trying to level up at all. I did want to recruit in here, but I'm not bothered if I don't get it.
It'll take us quite a while just to get those levels,
Yeah,
which is
so
something we can do on our own time.
exactly. So are you ready to head on?
Yep.
So he's going to use his east key on the east door, obviously, and I'm going to use the west key on the west door. We do that, and once we're through, now begins the switch fun. So every floor there's going to be a bunch of random rooms and switches, and thanks to this guide, it makes it a lot easier for us to be able to just communicate and run through our switches. So I'm at my beginning switch, and you
Yep,
are,
and if
right?
you haven't noticed with the switches, there are always these patches of grass.
Yep, it is never any random tile, which thank goodness it's not.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to go?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. It's going to involve a lot of switch hitting and a lot of running, pretty much. That's
Yep.
all this is. So I believe. Wait, we go one more room. I think it is, right? Yep. So
Now, first up, I have a Roselia near me, and if you noticed on my screen, for those watching from my channel, it is recruitable.
yep. And I just actually clicked the Merrill on my perspective, and that is also recruitable. So practically anything you see in this dungeon is recruitable.
And it's good to recruit a Meryl or a Roselia, because then you don't have to bother with a happiness evolution, which in this game's a certain item.
Yep. All right, so you ready to head through?
Yep.
All right, next part goes 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm
Alright, and I
through.
think...
Yeah, so here is a little bit of things. So if you're watching from RichardG's perspective, I'm going to hit his what's called the F switch. This is going to enter a room where he has some items. You want to explain what those items are since
Yep,
I can't
from
see
my
them?
end, I see 2 Lumberries, 3 Oranberries, and this pile of poke, which is 4,000. And from my end, I have what looks to be 3 different spots that are possible switches. One of them will let me get right back out,
Yeah, and I can always, of course, hit his F switch again so he can get back through.
which we will need to do later on our own like that too.
Yeah. All right, so next up, I think it's through our next doors, right?
Correct. I have to hit your E, and you have to hit my G.
Yep, you just got a bit of a run, so you're ready to go for it?
Oh, yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, sorry if the 3, 2, 1 gets very repetitive in this video. It's just
It's
our
our
easiest
way
way.
of getting through.
Exactly. So next up, Rich can hit what is my H switch.
Once I get done killing this Meryl, there we go.
Yep. So he enters me, and what I have in my room is 3 ethers, 2 max ethers, and 1, as they are now called, because at least you guys haven't heard it from me yet, they are now called mushrooms instead of tiny mushrooms. This is just to be able to see in storage how many you have, because after 100, with the name tiny mushroom, if you had 100 or more, it was basically too hard for you to see the name. So of
You
course,
literally couldn't see the name.
or the number at least. So just like Rich said in his room up there, there are 3 switches in my room, and I am able to just hit myself out. So next up, I believe is, nope, I didn't mean to hit that, don't mind that.
You didn't
But
hit mine.
yeah, so next up is basically we hit our next switches, and these will get us through the stairs to go to the next floor. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, and I'm through.
I'm through. Just gonna defeat this Chingling,
Yeah.
restore some PP before we move on.
I think, yeah. You know what? I'll do the same, actually. I'll follow suit and have it. Alright, you ready to head through?
Yep, and if we notice here, something that we didn't do is, you will see all these ethers. There's some ethers and max ethers in there that you can get. It's known as Switch H on the map.
Yeah, that's
But
what
we are already set for supplies, so...
Yeah. Alright, so next up, if we go, and you have to stand on the stairs, by the way, to go to the next floor. And as you can see, there actually is another recruit here, Togepi. So, I guess I'll just send home Linoon for the heck of it. And I have my Frembo Golden Mask. And we actually got the Togepi, level 16. That's kind of an example of why you're going to have to level up.
And Baniri is also here, which I just got one.
Oh
So,
yeah, I can actually. Oh my god, it's a 54% recruit rate for me. Let's have Baniri move. Come on, move. And we got it. So I just decided to take it for the heck of it. But yeah, see, level 18 for that one. So that exactly shows you're gonna have to level up because the Pokemon
yep.
level up as they go too.
Whatever the level they are, you have to be higher than them, and
And
that's how you get the
hey,
recruit.
remember how in the practice run you got a Roselia?
Yep.
Apparently it was my turn now.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about evolving a Budew.
Yep. And now Amaro wants to join. I think everything in this room joined me. But yeah, if you haven't seen from both perspectives, 2F is just basically a run through. This is also a nice little place to gain EXP at. And another Amaro join. But yeah, this is just EXP and kind of run through. So this is thankfully not a map that you have to worry about. So I'm ready to move on. And as you can...
Now,
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
so now you, I think we were both jumping in the chase here. So there are escape orbs right here. This is in case you screw up and you can't reverse it.
Yep. And also from my perspective, I think you can see it on your screen too. We
Yes, I can.
have something important. This is a Lunar Ribbon. This is to evolve some of your Pokemon, and this is actually one of the only places that basically guarantees you one of these.
Yep.
And you want to talk about yours? Because I know, of course, if there's the Lunar Ribbon, there has to be.
Sun Ribbon.
That'll be on Rich's side, and he'll talk about it once we get to it. So, you ready to
Yep,
go?
which is further down, yes. Okay, time for the first switch.
3, 2, 1, go. And I'm through.
Through.
Alright, so next up is actually right away, Rich can hit, well, I have to hit him through with my C switch, which will be right here.
And I'm through with that. And now,
I hit your D as well, actually.
yep.
So as you can tell, it's not always going to be the same where one person, you hit one switch each. Sometimes you have to hit two through, so there's Rich. So
And
if you,
now, for you to get that ribbon, I will hit your E switch, and you can go through there.
and also if you do it fast enough, you can run through, grab the ribbon, and run right back through the door before it closes. So if you're quick enough with your movements, you can get that ribbon before you move out. Now you're finding all the spawns, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, well, Heat Wave doesn't do much damage either, so.
But that's
It's
okay.
just range, so they don't get in my way.
Alright, so here's another example, is Rich next is going to have to hit a couple switches for me, which is the F and G switches.
Which I can hit them both. Bam, bam.
Yep.
So I will do that now.
Alright, let's get this Meryl out of the way and run through, and I'm through. So next up, if I hit, it is Rich's H switch, which should be here. That
I'm
will
through.
take him through. And then if he hits my J switch,
Which is right over here.
I will go through. Now this is important because if Rich heads over to his I door, which is the one right here, I hit his I switch, and that is how he gets his Sun Ribbon.
And I can just run right back out very easily.
And as can I. So, yeah, that switch room, it will be important if you want to have somebody get the Sun Ribbon for you, or they want the Sun Ribbon. It helps.
And you can always trade if you get the one you don't want.
Exactly. So next up, I believe it is you hit my K switch.
Yep.
Which I get through, and then I need to hit your M switch.
And I will hit your L, and that will take us to the stairs.
Yep.
However, I have a Baneri in my way.
Yep, I feel the same, dude. I had a Baneri in my door.
And this one is recruitable. But did not get it. I already have one, though, so
Yep.
don't need to get greedy with it.
Yep, so you ready to go?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. And there we are. We are through. So let's get to the stairs. And starting on this floor, you can see it far down in my perspective, but there is an Eevee. You want to talk about these Eevees?
Eevee is one of those recruits where you have to be 25 or higher for your level.
Like,
But this is the only dungeon it's in.
Yep. So if the Baneri would stop attacking for just a moment. Okay, I'm gonna kill it.
Endure.
Yep. So I'm waiting for that Eevee to come back so I can click and show, even at level 20. Yeah, I still can't get it. Oh, and it's that other one that's still spamming Defense Curl. Alright. So let me switch over onto my fourth one. Let me just make sure. Yep, I know where I am. So here's an example. I click this Eevee. Even at level 20, it's too high for me to recruit. So yep, you do have to do some grinding, which of course we're not going to do because we want to just get through so we can show you everything. So you ready to go through?
Yep. I'm next to the
Oh,
bean. There we go.
alright, let's run through,
We
and
can
I'm
go.
through.
Plenty of time.
Alright, so next up seems like a bit confusing. I remember this was a little confusing for us, but you are going to hit the D switch for me.
Yep, which I found it. Because if I hit... Yep, okay.
Because what happens here... Oh, I actually did not know there were traps under some of the switches, because I don't think I ran into that last time.
Well, that's your screw up.
Oh well. But, so what I do next is I'm going to hit Rich's F switch, and he's going to go up, and in his perspective, he's going to hit that C switch up there. That's going to allow him to go through the C door and go around.
And it'll take me to the E switch.
Yep, which I'm going to be at his F switch. Alright, so are you ready to go? Because I think, this is going to be, I'll have to explain, but yeah, you ready to go?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I think I hit a wrong one, didn't I?
Well, I don't... I think it's just me hitting one for you.
Oh, maybe it is. Okay,
That's
so,
all it is. All I gotta do is hit your E.
yeah, I forgot. That's my bad. So now this is where it's going to get a bit tricky, at least for my side.
On my end.
Yeah.
And both of us. Me, I've got to have some quick movements with this next
Yeah,
one.
because you want to explain how this next one's going to work?
As complicated as it is, this warp actually gets in the way, and if you look at the map on the bottom left, I have to go through the warp 2 different times with this movement.
Yep. He has to be extremely quick, and what I have to do on my end is I have to hit his G switch, which is going to allow him to get through to the warp. He has to quickly hit my I switch, and I have to hit his H switch so he can be able to go through his door while I go through my door. You have
Basically,
to
right now, just go through. I can go through my G, and then I believe we do the H and the I at the same time. But right now, all you got to do is hit my G.
Yeah.
Alright? Now, I have to go down. I mean, I do go down, and it'll spawn me like this right on the warp. This is where the movement gets tricky, because I can't go through these trees or wall. So, when we hit this warp, I will have to go through the warp with a specific movement.
Yeah, like he has to hit the warp, he can't move anything, and then he has to run basically straight back through.
If I run the wrong direction, it could completely ruin this. So
Yeah. So
a lot of pressure, no pressure if you're in my position, totally.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Just
you'll see it when I do it.
All right, are you ready then?
Yep, they'll know from experience here.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, are you through?
And through, just
All
like
right.
that.
Yep. So next up is the last of the floors. So yeah,
Yep.
this is 5 floors, and of course the second one is kind of a little freebie because it's just a kind of run through. But there are going to be a few different switches, most of which is just going to be for like little bananas and other stuff that honestly doesn't really matter to me if it matters to you.
No,
So,
bananas, for those who don't know, they just restore a little bit of belly for your whole team. But for us, I think we're both just using one Pokemon here, so.
pretty much. So, to start this floor off, if I hit Rich's A switch, how this is going to work out is he can run either downwards, which is the correct way, or he can go over to his C switch, and
Which is that one right there.
which if I run through this, I'll just show you right at the bottom. Yep, it's one of those bananas. So if Rich hits my C switch, I can just
Yep, just recovering some belly here.
go right ahead. I know the feeling.
And there's the C.
And then
Now you'll have to hit my A in order for me to get through just like that, and I can go down.
Yep, and then he hits my B switch for us to move on.
Oh, right, so you'll have to hit my A once again.
Yep, so you ready?
You're going to have to hit my A right now, because I went down.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
Yep, and now we wait for it to respawn.
Yep.
Okay, so let's do this.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. And through.
Through.
Alright, so next up, I think is where it got a little interesting, wasn't it? No, okay.
So if I hit the D, this will get you something special.
Yep, let me hit, I'm at the D, And I go through, and this is another banana, so it doesn't really matter. It's a little further down. That's the item we're thinking about. But I believe if I hit Rich's M switch, which is this one here.
Yep. I got some Pokemon down here, including 2 Eevees, but it's another banana.
Yep, so
Here we are saying we're not focusing on the bananas, but we're still finding them.
yeah, it's just
But I can get myself out of that one.
Yeah. It's just basically we're trying to show everything and the switches and how everything kind of works, so you know how to get everywhere.
Right.
So next up, this was a I hit N for you, and you are hitting my, I think it's E. Yeah. So you ready to go?
All set.
3, 2, 1, go. And I'm through.
That was a very quick way going.
Yeah.
And there's a level 21.
Alright, so next up is if I hit Rich's O switch, that's going to be the way to go. However, if I go over and hit his P switch, is this not your honey?
I don't know yet. I gotta defeat this stuff.
And one of the Togepis down here just used Grudge.
You gotta love that metronome. But yes, this is the honey.
Alright, and focus energy. No.
And I got myself through.
Alright, so that's your honey, and I'll just hit back just in case you need to get through.
Nope, I got through on my own. That was one you were able to.
Alright, so next up is I'm hitting O. Oh wait, I forgot. If you hit my G, I think it is.
This one right here.
Yep, this is where my honey is. So basically there's always an equal opposite to each other, pretty much.
Yep.
Alright, so next up is I hit O, and you are hitting my F. I think it is, right?
Correct.
Alright, so you ready to go?
All set.
I got a bit of a run here, but we can do this. 3, 2, 1, go.
And I'm through.
Oh, I think you hit a different one. Alright, so here's that. You can come back through.
Yep. Try this once more.
Yep.
I see. Yep, it was right next to the F. Okay.
Alright, so you ready to go this time?
Take 2. This is the good one, people.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, and...
Definitely through there.
Yep. Alright, just give me a sec because I'm on cord and I have, like, no PP. So this is what kind of confused us on our last run, but this isn't as hard as it may seem. Now, Rich kind of hinted towards this a little earlier, how there is going to be a self switch that isn't marked on these maps, but is going to matter.
Yep.
Alright, and hang on. I think that Meryl is glitched in terms of tiles for me, so that might be interesting, but okay. So what I have to do here is I am hitting Rich's J switch.
Which will allow me to go through here.
Into H. Now, how this is important is if he hits me through...
It'll be H.
Yep. Yeah, this will get me over, and I'm gonna... shoot. Did we mess up? I think we did. So, I hit your...
It's a matter of fact that I hit the H, and you have to hit my J.
Yeah, so...
But then there's I in the mix, too, so you have to hit the I afterwards.
But
so you're gonna hit... I'm gonna hit the H, and you're gonna hit the J. I will run through J, you will run through H, you're gonna get ready to hit my I, and you will have a switch that will get yourself out of H.
Exactly. That's where Rich's alluding to the self switch was. Is there's going to be a self switch that matters. So you ready to go?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
That should do it for you.
Nope. I did not get through.
There you go.
Right,
that one right there.
Yep. So do we want to just try this again and make sure?
Did you go through?
No, I didn't.
Oh, then you got to hit my J again.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
As long as you pay attention to what switches you're hitting, you shouldn't really have to reset or give up or anything. So
and as long as you don't get too far ahead of yourself, you can always reverse.
Exactly. So you ready to go?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Alright, that one definitely worked this time, and I'm through the area. So, I'll let the door respawn, but for anyone watching my perspective, this is where it really becomes important. This switch right here is the one that will self-open H, but you also have to hit the I switch for your other partner. In my case, I have to hit I for RichardG. So, you ready to go?
Yep, I'm all set to move
Alright.
forward.
And of course, in my room is a little banana. But anyways, 3, 2, 1, go. So you just hit I like that, hit the H1, and I'm through.
Yep. So
Alright.
now the final one is very simple. It's just you have a lot of running, me not so much.
Yeah, all I gotta do is hit the L switch, which is what I'm next to,
And
and
I
then,
have to hit the K, which will get you to the stairs.
alright, and like I said, this is the final one, so you ready to go?
Yep.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Now be ready for right away through the stairs.
Yep, you ready to go?
I'm on the stairs now.
Let's do it. Alright,
So
so
right away, there's this Chansey right here.
it's, yeah,
Not
it's,
that hard.
it's pretty much nothing, but it gives a good amount of experience. Too bad
It's kind of a boss, but there's no storyline or anything. And here's our end items.
So you want to talk about this? Because this is the...
Friend bow. So these are a recruitment item, and they are 10% recruitment. But the nice thing about these is, it doesn't matter who holds them in your party, you get that boost.
It's a team item, and that's why you see me holding one with Blissey, is because it, like Richard G said, it does not matter who holds it. It's a team item and will automatically just give you 10% recruit rate.
And a little tidbit with this, there's another item in late game that you have to hold yourself, which because of that, if you have one recruitment item that you have to hold and then some that any team member can hold, they stack.
Yeah, so, and how much recruit rate does this give?
I believe, isn't it a total of 35% when they stack?
The two items, yes, but Friendbow on its own is 10%.
Yep,
So yeah,
as it was said.
so you automatically get like basically an extra 1 in 10 shot of recruiting whatever you're trying to.
Definitely useful.
So after that, all you got to do is just stand on the right tile on this warp, or any tile, but
But both people have to step in the same tile as shown right there.
yep. But after that, that is
We are
Friendship
out.
Forest completed. How do you feel
Ooh.
about it?
Yay! It's actually pretty simple if you have someone really good to work with.
Exactly. That's why, like we've both said, communication's important on this.
Yeah, if you don't have good communication, you're not beating this dungeon.
Exactly.
Something interesting is there is actually missions inside too that you can get on the board.
Yep. So, how does it feel? Because guess what? That was the last Expo dungeon we have to record now.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. That's true. It's kind of impressive.
So now we're fully done with one of the regions and still have much left for the other regions.
One region we haven't even been to yet.
Yep. But I know I'm doing it soon, but
I guess you could technically say, at least on my part, done with 2. If you call the Undercity a region.
yeah, true. But I still have one more part to record for that, which I'm recording after this, but it's probably going to go up before, so I have both Dream Growth parts up at the same time.
Yep. Priorities. We were going to do this dungeon earlier, but with the Undercity coming into play, it's like, I think that's a bigger priority here.
Yeah, get out information about the new dungeons and stuff for everybody. So, Rich, I'd like to thank you for joining me for this, because...
Same here. Wouldn't be
yeah.
possible without you.
Yep. So, I know you might have a little bit to say in terms of how videos are going to go for you, because I know you have some stuff going on in life, so if you want to go ahead and explain, I'll let you go ahead.
Well, yeah, for me, I mean, I have college, and where I'm staying, I can't get on PMU, unfortunately. The internet there is kind of weird, really. So I can't get on PMU, but I did come to my house, actually, for the weekend, just so I can get the Undercity done, and then this done as a bonus. As for PMU videos now, it's pretty much for me just when new dungeons come out.
Alright, and then as terms for me, I'm going to try and get going on some more stuff, like, I have the other part of Dream Grove to record at this point, and then Tanran Undercity's done for me, and after the other Dream Grove part, I will probably be moving to the last of the dungeons I want to record in Tanran, which is the Tanran Mansion trio of dungeons, and I'll get to why that is later when I do the dungeon, but again, thank you for joining me, and yeah, I will see you guys on the next part, which is more than likely going to be Dream Grove, the Daydream part. See you guys.